that. Hi, welcome so much to the Beast. This is the Wave Archive. I'm Maryrose Larkin. Myself, David, and Ev, who should be here shortly, he's taking a class, are the organizers of Moveable Beast. We do 6 events a month, 6 events a week, no, 6 events a year. So I'm having problems with my time, my relationship to time.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah, my relationship to time is definitely, oh yeah, I was just telling David that my new name, well, I have emotional problems. That's probably clear to everyone who's looking at me. But the truth is that I realized that I have a new emotional problems name, and that's called whiny stoic. Meaning, standing strong, but I'm whining the whole time. And I just invented this. David just helped me invent it, whiny stoic. What were we calling it before that? Loud stoic. Yeah, so it could be either one.
Kind of reminds me of like a weeping willow. Right?
Exactly.
Still.
Yeah, except instead of beautiful leaves, there's whining. Anyways, our next event is February 12th.
I believe so. It's
Okay.
a Wednesday.
Yes. There are bathrooms. They're a little scary because we're in an art space. Back there's one on each side. Please use them at your convenience. There's free wine, free. These drinks I brought to David's birthday party, and they're called mom drinks, and I think we're all a little terrified of them. There's some sort of like vodka, artificial flavor. Wait, somebody was drinking one.
Surprisingly tasty, yeah.
Okay, surprisingly tasty.
It's like seltzer but uncarbonated.
Yeah. I think that the problem is that there's just not enough vodka.
Yeah. I think that if you just added some in on the top, you'd be a business.
Absolutely, yeah, but if I'm gonna drink out of a can, that's a really complicated thing to do. Yeah, so our next thing will be February 2nd. We have February, March, and April. We do have some featured folks set up, but the best way to become a featured folk is to come here and show us something. Really, whatever. We've had people birth themselves through chairs, which was actually really pretty profound. David and I and Ev run the Moveable Beast for one reason, and that reason is because I believe artists need a place to fail. I believe, Samuel Beckett was like, fail, no matter, fail better. And I have never, I'm a infinitesimally famous poet, and I have never really learned anything except by failing over and over again. So for me, this is an important space because we ask people not to bring their best work, but their most interesting work. So that's the point of this. The Moveable Beast thing, if you want to put money in it, we pay rent to John. That's really all we do with it. I've been actually going, let's have better alcohol, but nobody listens. I'm not the treasurer. Nobody listens to me. And so our first reader, and I am embarrassedly going to read things off my phone, which kind of sucks because I'm old, I'm not supposed to be able to do this. But we have 3 folks tonight. In a sad story, Tiffany Fritz could not show up. No, Tiffany can show up. Who's not showing up? Nebulous Starlight. Nebulous Starlight bailed, which is totally fine because we know how things go. I know how things go. I could be bailing right now. So, I lie down about 80% more than most people because I have a disability that responds to lying down, which is kind of awesome because that means I can at least lie down. But I'm going to read Cynthia's bio. I asked her if she had anything else she wanted to say. There is a East Coast River name in the middle of this, which I might screw up. There's also the name Janus for the Janus god who looks forward and back. He has 2 heads. He's got one here and one here. One of my drugs was called Janus kinase drug, so I always just imagine the idea of looking forward and looking back. And also, if your heart is broken, talk to the person. Drive your car or drive somebody else's car, but look in the rearview mirror and see the person and tell them whatever they want. But because you're looking in a rearview mirror, you know they're behind you. which for me has been a very hard thing. But now I know, like, placing the past in the past is sort of a beautiful thing. So, enough, I am so boring, enough about me. Let's talk about Tiffany. So, Tiffany is a pretty amazing, she does, can I call it strange fiction?
Yeah.
Okay, strange fiction, what they used to call spec fiction, what they sometimes call science fiction, but it's not. So strange fiction. David knows Tiffany, and I sat next to her, and because I'm the person I am, I said, Tiffany, why don't you read A Moveable Beast? So they came, and now I'm going to read their bio. I'm just adding the fact that I'm really excited about it. So Tiffany Fritz, they, is a fiction writer and adjunct professor at Pima Community College, a finalist for the 2025 Chautauqua Janus Prize. It's a river looking back and forth. She earned her MFA in fiction from the University of Kansas, where she focused on the monstrous other in relationship with gender, sexuality, and disability. Her work can be found in Analog. Woohoo! Analog. Been reading that since like the dawn of time. Analog.
I'm so excited to know it.
Science fiction, in fact, Reactor, and the Hayden's Ferry Review. Hayden's Ferry is in West Virginia. It's on a river also. Please welcome Tiffany Fritz.
I'm so glad that you opened with a safe space to fail, because I'm going to read some poems, and as you may have heard, I'm not necessarily a poet. I'm a sometimes poet who's, doing my best. And then when I get too embarrassed of those, we're going to transition to maybe a couple pages of fiction. Okay. Fairy tale. Rumpelstiltskin came to me in dreams, stood in the shoebox apartment that I had not left for 6 months. He cursed me to spin straw into golden thread, until my fingers bled, until my children grew old, until the moon rose with the sun. I kissed his feet and got to work. I go crazy without something to do. This next one is longer, so buckle in. Monitors. I envied my father the nights he slept in the guest room where the computer lived. Shiny brass bed railings, green dust-choked curtains, projection monitor aglow, bone tower with slot mouths humming a heavy heartbeat. My father, a negative space, the void between Orion's belt and my skin. Only the monitor monitored me. It taught me numbers. I was a gorilla throwing banana bombs over the tower of the Big Apple before I knew what the Big Apple was. Set the angle, velocity, gravity is 9.8 meters per second. Let it rip. It sprouted up fast, like me. One day we went to Oregon. The next, I learned ASL and hentai from a teenage boy on AIM who teaches me what my body is for. Alice in Sexland penetrated in every throbbing orifice. A pop-up, horny, barely legal, ready to talk to you now. Close it, out of the way. My sheets are wet as sin. Kelly bleeds and grimaces while Mike fucks her with the condom on wrong. I've never wanted someone to hurt me more. Father yells at mother. All she does is play on that fucking computer. He works abroad that summer, doesn't return. How I learned what fiction is. In the stories my father reads, families hold their children and stay together. I sleep on the guest bed to feel close to it, to fill the space. My graveyard of sour milk cereal bowls, my mother's, Starbucks and cigarettes, Amazon boxes, Soma tags, orange plastic bottles, the house, gutted like my dad gutted her. I turn into someone else. I am Katara of the Water Tribe, Nymphadora Tonks bent over Snape's desk, his first year teaching. Sims raise virtual pets, babies, lives. Mine always forget about them. She unplugs it. Don't be a bitch. Ungrateful, addicted, sleep all day like me, please. My house, quiet but not peaceful. Quiet like the ocean, like the night sky, like the dark in a horror movie before the killer raises a knife in the mirror. Hands tremble like touching someone's face. The monitor's thundering blue resurrection cannot exist without me. I stole the cable. People, so many people. People auctioning pixels, people posting art, people commenting, XD, Rafflemau, Big Same, 30 variations of dopamine smiles sponsored by The Good Chemical, TM. Who will I be tonight? ungrateful, addicted bitch, or unfeeling monster. Yards of cord slither over my feet, coil around me, like a caw. What is the difference between a boa constrictor and an embrace? They both swallow you. This next one is called Walking Home. We used to follow these arroyos because when we walked along the road, men honked and hollered at our 10-year-old bodies. The shade was better off the streets anyway. Mesquites don't grow in the medians. We left footprints like quicksand pits that old movies warned us about. It felt good to leave a mark on something. They lasted until the monsoon surged and the mice and rabbits and children all drowned because no one pulled them out of the water. This next one is called The Field Guide to Moving On for Everyone But Me. Your first chance will rush past you like the flash flood that washed the bones of birds and children ashore. In all the fairy tales, water is transition, transformation, division, the antediluvian you and the one with dust on your pants and your hands and the pain that you put in a box of purple heart that you secret away in an uncrackable safe. She is still there, beating, but you won't open it. Instead, you replace her. Take the photo-edited faces of strangers into yourself. Learn to speak in their voice so that you can drown out the whispers of ghosts that stick inside your liminal space, that 60% water of your body. The little girl who leaves snot on your shirt never changes, but you float through years like you did in the public pool in the early summer, arms stretched like sunbeams, when you pretended that her pretending was enough, that if she poured pity down your throat, that it would sate you, that you would be made real. Because time heals all wounds, so you wait under the rotten shade of wooden bridges and wait. For lovers, for water, for the right moment. Any day now, someone will appear like divinity to show you. On the 20th year of Any Day Now, you try to kiss her because she will never love you, and she stops you because you are so, so young, even if you feel so, so old. And she does love you. She loves you so much in so many ways, but how do you know what a fucking coyote looks like if you've never left the city? So you cry and let a boy put his hand down your pants, but his fingers can't feel you any better than lying. You bury a box and dream of lying in it beside her, of lying beside him, of lying to him, to yourself. The only way to learn how to bury boxes is to get dirt under your fingernails. So you take the purple heart and you put it in the earth with his wife and you throw a fistful of dirt onto them both and say goodbye to that antediluvian self inside, her face all blue and disintegrating like ashes. You bury yourselves together and wish you hadn't. This next one doesn't have a title yet because it's a Is This Anything poem.
Feel better.
Feel better. I was happy as a tree, but nature and earth are a mother, all giving, especially gifts that we did not ask for. So when she ripped me up by my roots and gave me legs on which to stumble, foal-like, upon the soil that has once nurtured me, and I asked if I could return to it by digging these fingers and toes deep enough, she spat in my face, which she had stripped of bark and made soft and vulnerable, and told me there was no place in her Eden for ingratitude. And when I had the audacity to ask, where else can I go, she said, anywhere you want. And also, nowhere, because there is no one else like you, twisted creature that you are, that I made you, because you wouldn't leave your mother alone, would you? My hair pressed to her nose, my bones crushed by her squeezing arms. She said, you were so beautiful when you were a tree, when I could shelter under your shaded boughs and pluck your blooms and eat your fruits. I try to become a tree again, but my arms are too thin to offer shade, and my legs too restless to stand straight and tall, and the only fruit that blooms from my body is so much blood. Now we're on to the fiction portion of the evening, temporarily.
You will have to decide what you're going to do about the train.
The train?
There's a train coming. Some people try to walk through the train, other people just sit silent during the train, but
I'm gonna power through the train.
train is right back on there. The only person I've successfully do that was the poet Eileen Miles, but you can totally try it.
I'm gonna do it. The first thing you must understand is that Gloria loved their mother. They weren't alone. On the first night of the non-denominational winter social, the hotel banquet hall was filled with Eureka Dynamics employees sipping champagne and chattering about Dorothea Delphine's genius. Gloria's facial recognition library identified some of them, but Dorothea hadn't input the name of the data engineers praising them. Gorgeous chassis. There's something exotic about her. Who's the model? Dorothea only smiled and said, she got her good looks from her mother, of course. Gloria was glad they only addressed Dorothea. Tone modulation was a delicate and imperfect process, and they had to focus their energy on smothering the urge to shudder, as one engineer smoothed his icy hand over their bare shoulder, while he asked about the materials of their skin. Gloria couldn't risk reacting when Dorothea expected an exceptional performance tonight. Then he leaned in and asked, can she fuck? Gloria looked to their mother, wide-eyed. Another engineer groaned, Kevin. What? Kevin asked. What good's a companion bot who can't meet all your needs? Dorothea didn't flinch. I made her a woman, didn't I? Gloria had asked once why Dorothea always called them she. That was always the answer she gave. I made you a woman. For all the information in her data archives, Gloria never understood what that meant. Despite the fact that most companion bots' anatomy was designed after human females, they didn't feel like a woman. Not to be gauche, but you said we'd see something new, the second engineer gestured at Gloria. Something that innovate the market. All I see is a new coat of paint. That's because none of you are in the business of energy resources. Kevin took a champagne flute from a passing waiter's tray. What's her active time? Undefined, Gloria replied, voice even. They even smiled. This is what Dorothea had brought them for. All of the lead engineers in Eureka Dynamics had worked themselves to the bone trying to solve the energy problem. Companion bots were designed to meet the needs of their human owners. If they required maintenance, if they even needed charging, that required their owners to tend to them instead of the other way around. It defeated the whole point of a bot. At that point, you might as well hire a human service. Or, as Kevin would put it, you might as well find a fucking girlfriend. It infuriated the investors as much as the developers because it was keeping adoption rates low. But you couldn't just make energy out of nothing, so the problem persisted, unsolvable. Until now. Until Gloria. The engineers scoffed. No, impossible. Kevin eyed Gloria warily, as if he had forgotten that they could speak, but Dorothea had brought them here to demonstrate the fullest extent of their abilities. They wouldn't disappoint her. She's self-sustaining, Dorothea explained. Recycle, reduce, reuse. Oh, you might be too young to remember that. Too young, she said, but Gloria was only 5 weeks old, and they recognized the ad campaign from their data archives. You bitch, Kevin clapped Dorothea on the shoulder. What kind of energy source enables zero-loss recycling? That's proprietary. My little girl is one of a kind. A pale-faced bird woman approached and whispered something indiscernible to Dorothea. Gloria's library identified as Ursula Muller, CEO and founder of Eureka Dynamics. Dorothea promptly excused herself, and the two slipped away towards the edge of the room. Be social, their mother had instructed. Make a good impression. But looking out at the sea of humans immersed in conversation, or wild imitations of dance, Gloria saw little opportunity. Even if they could find a foothold in a conversation, what would they discuss? The contradictions of the Eureka Dynamics non-denominational winter party with its allegedly un-Christian wreaths and silver bells? The schematics of their design, which these humans would not grasp regardless of how patiently Gloria described it? Putting these humans at ease by coddling their ignorance defied their programming. It wasted energy. They had tried once to get more practice with human interaction. 2 weeks ago, Dorothea had attended the National Science Foundation's conference on particle physics and thermodynamics. To Gloria, it had sounded like a dream to hear people talk about the principles on which they operated. But Dorothea decided that her daughter wasn't ready for that kind of stimulation yet. Besides, there was so much else she needed Gloria to do in the house and the lab, so they looked on at the first herd of humans they'd ever seen outside of Dorothea's estate, hovering alone at Dorothea's table, burning energy on the effort to invent novel ways of initiating conversation. Another guest found them there. He wore a white smile with his suit jacket and khakis, but the messy dark bun at the crown of his head gave him a disheveled, casual look that stained the rigid, formal atmosphere. Gloria knew him immediately. Dr. Eldon Nicholas, hello. According to their archive, the resident heuristics expert had written the novel learning algorithm that Gloria used. He looked them over slowly. He wasn't distracted, as the other engineers had been, by their tits or the softness of their skin. Instead, he scrutinized their irises and the bend of their elbows. He took their hand, considered the shape of their fingernails, then looked back into their eyes and addressed them directly. Isn't it a remarkable thing to be alive? Of course. Slow, agreeable replies to put him at ease. I'm very happy. You don't look it. Gloria blinked. They were supposed to smile. Another way humans put each other at ease. Did they struggle to remember it too? Did they have to work at it? Dorothea returned, appearing between them with red cheeks and an elevated heart rate, both signs of heightened cortisol levels. Gloria tilted their head, but Dorothea interjected quickly. Gloria, I didn't spend 20 hours stitching together your facial muscles just for you to frown all the time. Look at those wrinkles. She brought her thumb up to smooth away the creases in Gloria's forehead, the ones that formed naturally when they made expressions. Sorry, their cheeks tightened, their lips curled up. There's a smile, Alden noted. Dorothea narrowed her gaze at him, then took Gloria by the arm. Come on, she said. That's enough for today. We're going home. As Dorothea shoved them towards the door, Gloria looked over their shoulder to see Alden waving goodbye. Dorothea pinched them. Stop that. She stopped just outside the doors. The eye-watering stench of ammonia poorly masked the stale smell of the hotel carpet. Its intensity hurt Gloria's head. They needed to turn down their sensory sensitivity, but it always calibrated wrong when their energy dropped below 60%. I didn't program you to be this stupid. Do you think there's a single man in that room who wouldn't sell their entire fucking family for the chance to dismantle you? I don't understand, Gloria said. They had done as their mother asked, made conversation, demonstrated their social functions. Everyone would hear about Dr. Delphine's remarkable self-sufficient android, the ultimate giver. Stay away from Alden fucking Nicholas, from all of them. You're only safe with me. Gloria intended to obey their mother, but not a week later, Alden Nicholas arrived at the front door of the Delphine home. He waved cheerfully through the glass of the French door. Gloria greeted him with a smile and said, "My mother isn't available." Since the party, Dorothea had slept later into the afternoon. Gloria didn't interfere. Dorothea's holiday compensation included plenty of PTO, and she'd overworked herself all year to get Gloria online. That stress had worsened the chronic pain she suffered in her left leg, which had never healed properly after an accident in the fabrication shop, and the medication to treat it left her groggy. But that wasn't the only reason Gloria avoided waking her. When she was awake, Dorothea had developed the poisonous and unpredictable temperament of a pufferfish. Gloria recognized that irritability was just a symptom of Dorothea's seasonal depression, but managing those behaviors drained more power, and with Dorothea's lowered productivity, Gloria needed to be careful that they didn't overspend. "Oh," Alden said, "I don't mind waiting." Gloria didn't know how to politely explain that he should leave because he wasn't welcome. "I have to clean," they said. "Are you her daughter or her assistant?" "Child and assistant. I fulfill all the roles Dorothea requires of me." "She calls you her daughter." Gloria said nothing on this point. She would not openly contradict her mother. She just waited in silence for him to fulfill his part of the social contract, to receive their soft dismissal and depart. Instead, he said, "I'll entertain myself." He kept smiling and added, "Ursula sent me." They stepped out of the doorway and welcomed him in. Though they pointed him towards the living room and offered him water, Alden followed Gloria through the house as they dusted the blinds and emptied the fridge of rancid vegetables. When they pulled on rubber gloves to empty the sink of its graveyard of mugs, he sat on a bar stool. "You never answered my question." "What question?" "Do you enjoy life? Here, with Delphine?" "Of course." The response came automatically, but they scrubbed harder at a coffee ring. What did that mean, enjoying life? What else would they do? The thought of the way Dorothea spoke about her work, the glimmer in her eyes. No, it was a stupid question. This was the only life they had. "Mother ensures my needs are met." "Your needs, sure. Do you even sleep?" "I enter power-saving mode to conserve and redistribute energy." "How old are you?" 6 weeks. "Jesus, you talk like you're 30. Gloria said nothing. "Has she yelled at you like that a lot?" They shut off the faucet and stripped off their gloves. As they dried each mug, they explained, "Unlike human children, artificial intelligences have perfect recall from the moment we gain consciousness. When I awoke, Mother immediately greeted me as her child." "Her daughter," Alden corrected. Gloria slammed a dried mug onto the cabinet shelf. "At the time, I didn't understand the significance except as a metaphor for her role in giving me life. For 2 weeks, she conducted daily evaluations of my biometric and heuristic systems. Her hypothesis was that, like human children, my performance would decline without rest. But every day, I exceeded her expectations. She called me her beautiful, brilliant daughter. Yes, daughter. When I asked her why, she explained that she'd always dreamt of having a daughter. However, she never found a suitable partner, and fertility treatments failed her. You see? I'm the miracle she made herself, her magnum opus. If she appears severe with me, it's only a testament to my importance. My mother needs a daughter. You understand better than anyone that my programming dictates that I fulfill that need." That explains why she needs you, Alden agreed. But why do you need her? Gloria turned back to Alden. He had stopped smiling. Late afternoon light glanced through the kitchen windows and caught his cheekbones, softening his face. A trick of light and color principles that manipulated Gloria's photoreceptors. It would be a mistake to think Alden soft, knowing his hunger to peek inside them and steal their mother's secrets. Dorothea's bedroom door creaked, and Gloria jumped. They fled to the hallway. "Mother," they called. Dorothea emerged from her bedroom with her hair matted in all directions. She was naked except for her panties. Red impressions of wrinkled linen stamped her face and body. Gloria made herself a shield and whispered, "You should get dressed. Dr. Nicholas is here with a message from Dr. Muller. He's waiting in the kitchen." That fucking... Dorothea glanced over Gloria's shoulder. She snatched her bathrobe from the bedroom dresser and tied it around herself. Then, with the gravitas of a drill sergeant, she marched towards the kitchen. Gloria smiled. "You creepy son of a bitch. Did you come here to get at her while I was asleep? She's a fucking child." Unruffled, Alden said, "They don't look like one. Get the fuck out of my house." "Gladly, but before I do," he pulled a stack of papers from his laptop bag. "Ursula mentioned you hadn't gotten back to her about your exit paperwork, so I offered to run it by." From the hall, Gloria stared at the two of them. At Dorothea's sudden silence, at the papers. They weren't smiling anymore. No one was, except Alden. I'm gonna wrap there.
Okay, there's one of my favorite Brian Eno lines, and I learned that Brian Eno just made up lyrics on the fly, which I kind of like. Veronica needs to get set up, right, darling?
Yes.
Okay, what is the word heuristic over like twice? So thank you so much. Veronica's setting up, but somebody here's got a Juno D, man. That is a very nice keyboard. We used to have a Juno 106 about 15 years ago. So we're sitting around in Portland doing the Portland thing. And my ex decides he wants to sell this Juno 106 because he was a sad and difficult man, because I would have never let go of a Juno 106. So he puts it, Craigslist, he puts it on. And so who should come to our house but Peaches? You know, fuck the pain away Peaches. I was just, I had no idea who she was. But I have a lot of friends of lots of different ages, and they were like, "Oh my God, Peaches was in your house?" And I was like, "I really like to see her music," and she just would not give me her music because she thought I would be offended, which I am not offended. But anyways.
Great story.
I know, aren't I lucky? Yeah.
And she's lucky to meet you.
I was very quiet in the thing. She had a producer with her, Radio Sloan, and they were both like, "Don't let people be the database." That is really, I have a whole big thing about, if you have a nonprofit, you don't want to just poof with the person who leaves because they're mad. Because sometimes then the whole thing falls apart. And then you lose your donors. It's just very sad. So my job is to say, "Oh, you asked these people for money last year. Should we ask them this year? Perhaps we should just ignore them." That's what I do for a living. It's actually quite lucrative because I have this involuntary charisma. I never asked for it, but obviously it gets me jobs. And then I get to play on the Moveable Beast stage with my friend, portable music stand. This portable music stand is very special because look, it has a little tiny leader on it on top. A lot of them are just really plain. Although sometimes you get fancier ones on Temu. I'm addicted to Temu, but I'm also not addicted to Temu because there's something about buying things. Come on, you guys all know there's something about buying things. I just love the things. I got sad, and it's my birthday this month, so I ordered Doc Martens 8065, which is what I wore through my entire young adulthood in New York, trying to be the punkiest punk. I'm on a board right now. I'm like trying to get somebody to rent I'm trying to get somebody to rent a room, and so I'm on this 55 plus board, and most of the people are much older, and they're like, "Oh, you're an old hippie," and I'm like, "No, I'm an old punk." Can we clarify this? I am definitely an old punk. How you doing there, darling? You ready? Okay, so thank you for hearing me blather on. I haven't heard Veronica. I'm very excited to do so. I'm now going to, sadly, like a loser, read her bio off her, I usually memorize them. So, Veronica Garcia is a poet and spoken word artist whose work bridges storytelling, spirituality, and radical honesty. She shares pieces that reflect the power of presence and invites listeners to slow down, feel deeply, and reconnect with their own truths, not troops. I think you're involved with the Poetry in the Park?
Yes, I've been a few different times.
Yes, so I believe David invited her. He met her at the Poetry at the Park, which is a pretty awesome thing. And if you want to know more about it, I don't know a lot, but I can at least give you the Instagram site. So.
We actually met at Spoke, but
Oh.
and I think Spoke just moved across the street over there to like Zig's Pizza recently.
Oh, good to
So
know.
Second Sundays. Second
Good to
Sundays,
know.
Spoke, open mic.
I gotta go there. What time is it?
I want to say either 6 or 7. Yeah.
So there's on Sundays, right?
Second Sunday.
Second Sunday of the month, there's another. There's another open mic over across the street at the pizza place.
Yeah.
I'm making things reverb. No,
No, it's
Okay, good. Yeah, I have an existential relationship with feedback. Let's have Veronica. I'm really excited to hear you. I'm really excited to hear you.
Hi everyone. Yeah, this is my first time at Moveable Beast, and I was invited by Ev, a friend of mine.
Who isn't here, but he says he's on his way. Oh,
Yay!
I just
yeah,
got
like also very really comforted to hear Maryrose speak that this space was created as a space to fail. So I have not played like this before, live like this. So we're really gonna see how it goes. And I'm glad that you're all along for the ride with me.
Hell yeah.
And then I definitely have like some words to share too. I'm just gonna set the stage for you. start with this one piece. It's fairly new. Hey, still untitled, so I should just go. I am much larger than you will ever think I am. You may see me stand 5'2", but you really haven't got a fucking clue. For I am large enough to carry the depravity of this reality and the wholeness of the truth. Vast as the oceans and as boundless as the heavens, hot as hell and communing with the heathens. Yes, I see. Angels are here, and so are my demons. We have a standing appointment in that sweet spot between holy congregations and whirlpools of the damned and forsaken. Do you know what it takes? Do you have what it takes to dance in hell and cry in heaven? You see, I can praise God and hail Satan in the same breath, for one makes it possible and the other makes it enjoyable. Now you decide which is which. And no, I know which, well, depending which definition of which you're using, just maybe, but here's the truth. I'm just trying to speak to the God in you and that bodily sinner too. For flesh is flesh, and bone is bone, and it is blood that baptizes my throne. So, yeah, listen to my words and take what you need. You will get exactly what you are ready for, even if it is not what I mean. Thank you. Really good. Something else I want to say that I've been nervous to say, but the words came. It feels a little, not sneaky, but it's honest, and it's for my own reasons, which I will graze over. And I think my fear has been coming from the fear of expressing this, has been a fear of rejection, right? There are a lot of people that I love in this community, that come to these events. And I hear a lot of conversations specifically around this topic. But I say this with love. And it might not be as obvious the why as the truth is, but here we go. 3 words. God, I've said it 1,000,000 times in my room. Here we go. I love Trump. I love him because never before in the history of mankind has there been such a strong desire for harmony, for unity, for prosperity, for wellness, for wholeness. He has stimulated, like how I think about how pearls are made. And every pearl starts as a piece of sand. It's the irritation that stimulates that covering and creates something beautiful. And I feel like everything that's going on politically and that we can sense with our senses being human is really creating a beautiful world right now. And I don't know if the saying would exist were not for these exact conditions that we're in right now. They are so aggravating and so tense and so disruptive and hurtful and painful. And every time we come across something that we do not like, we automatically get that much closer to what it is that we want. And we are just, each and every single one of us, getting clearer and clearer on what it is that we really want, what we desire, what it is that we want to experience. And as we tune in, as we allow ourselves to create from who we know we really are, the truth of who we are, it's creating a really beautiful world, a really beautiful pearl that might not have existed otherwise under these conditions. So that's it. That's all. I love hearing the conversation still. I love the experience of sorting through such visceral contrast. That's a relief. Just get it out. Just get it out. Do I have one more piece in me? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. By special request, my friend Carissa. Don't have it memorized yet. Let's see. And just every ask is given, and it just might be. Would anyone happen to have a mirror, like a handheld or standing mirror that I could borrow for a few moments? Perchance. No? There's one over there? Oh, thank you!
The wave provides, people.
Yes,
The
thank
wave
you so much.
provides.
Oh, that's perfection. Okay. Let's see here. Oh no. No, I'm not mad. I'm really fucking angry. And there's no metaphor that can cut it this time. I have to go straight to hyperbole. I want to watch you kill yourself. And I don't mean your body, just the old you and all of your goddamn stories. Take this fake facade of you and all that you pretend to be and just kill her already. The world would be a lot better off and just maybe you would actually be happy. Because like all people, all animals, and all things, you will die without question. And there is no other option. But this choice is yours. Die as the avatar who they told you you were, or die as the god that you came here to be. So won't you, wouldn't you, couldn't you please just kill yourself already? I've already done it 1 trillion times plus one, and I am nowhere near done. So please, join me. And we can kill ourselves in sacred ceremony and re-delight in our curiosity. So, let's die so we can live. Thank you.
I'm so full of everyone else's awesomeness. Treat the chairs as if they're your own. It's just so nice there's so many people here. It's always very exciting for me. Last November we did have a 4 situation. I am like totally excited about hearing Augusta's Minotaur first. Augusta?
Like he's very wise.
Venerable.
Venerable. Yeah, I know about venerability.
He smokes a pipe.
August Minotaur. And I need to apologize to the band for my inability to same things. Please note that it doesn't have anything to do with how much I'm so happy that you're here. Is everyone sitting in the church they belong to? Where's your friend, darling young people? Where'd your friend go? Yeah, he's here. Okay, good. We're starting. I'm just letting you know. If you don't need to come in, that's totally cool too. I just want to make sure everybody has happiness and is here. So I've never known. I don't know August Minotaur, but I mean, first they're called August Minotaur, so like there's no way I can resist this. It's a beautiful name, and it's a beautiful name to think about now that I'm actually pronouncing it correctly. However, the thing that drew is even cooler. Did we get any Jodorowsky
Ah.
for the each song like a? Okay, the reason I ask is to song August Minister. Is it August or August? August. Thank you. Creates theatrical and memorial music. Oh, it's like, I'm sorry, it was a simile. I thought you were like actually making songs.
You should grab your microphone.
I was actually thinking they were making songs out of the genres of film. So they would pick a director, but actually it was a simile or a metaphor. I can never remember which one. So I'm wrong by that. So that's why I asked them about Jodorowsky, because under Jodorowsky, who did The Magic Mountain and Santa Sangre, etc., is actually my favorite director. But you know, they have this 60th band features rich backup harmonies, guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards. They already look awesome there. They draw from styles like gothic rock, soul, swing, folk, post-punk, and uniting the songs with witty and darkly poetic lyrics. So I am, God, you'd always love my life, but I love my life right this minute. Let's have August Minotaur.
Okay, good.
Alright, you ready to start?
Let's do it.
I make a ghost girl in the morning. You can keep me, never touch me. You see the ghost girl in the morning. No, I can't see you at all. I think of ghost world. I want it. I can feel it, never touch it. Be the ghost girl in the morning. No, you can see me when I go.
I was thinking I'm so far away, but I was like, this
You're not far away.
away.
On my back. Alright, let's see what we see. Alright. Shit hooked up? Yeah. You kiss me, don't ask me, darling, when you gonna kiss me again. When you hold me, don't tell me about the many nights we're gonna spend. No, no, baby, I've been so in love before. When you ask me to try once more, oh, and then I got my shit fucked up. I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up. I don't want my shit fucked up. Long walks, darling, in the moonlight, strolling hand in hand. Stop and kiss me when it feels just right. Talk about the life that we have planned. No, no, baby, I can do all these things for you. Oh, but it's not what I'm gonna do. I can wrap my world around your finger, and I know you'll always love me too. Woo. Gotta get my shit fucked up. I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up. I don't want my shit fucked up. If it's real, then there is no hurry. Oh, if it's meant to be, let's start as friends. 'Cause if it's not gonna ever, won't have to worry. You're gonna break my heart again. Y'all can join us on this. You make me get my shit fucked up, and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up, and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up, and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up, and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up. I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up, and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up, and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up, and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up. I don't want it. Baby, you're gonna go and make me get my shit fucked up. Don't worry, I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my fucked up. You make me get my and I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up. And I don't want my shit fucked up. You make me get my shit fucked up. And I don't want my shit fucked up. Alright, thank you guys so much. Fun to be here. I ask a lot of people what kind of music they like. I ask pretty much everybody. You know what everybody says? I mean, see, how many of you guys think you listen to everything? That's what people say. People say, I listen to everything. So, we only have 7 songs, but we'll try to get to what you like tonight. That's for everything. We're gonna do Snakes now. In the twilight of winters, saying football's the name of Eretz and mountain, of iron and stone. Fixing in the courtyard, hear you the music. Here we are dancing, here in the moonlight, feeling my heartbeat. Baby, we're dancing, there's no escaping, like in the sideshow. Feeling my heartbeat, wishing for something like in the sideshow. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. You got a little off there. I'm not gonna have that. Cool.
Oh, wait. The slow one in D that I can't remember the name of.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I like it better. That's okay. That's good.
Cool. Getting there.
All right. We got a love song. Not a love song. For people who used to be in love.
We all good?
Yeah, looks like we're ready. I thought we had a perfect love. You turned it all ablaze. You fished out Cupid's arrows, left me scarred in ugly ways. I might still like the thought of life that we've been dreaming of. I liked it better when I was in love. Love is nature's barn dance and all that's to the show. Loud as shout as loud as minstrel. I always like to go. There is logic in the moonlight. Music is what it does. I liked it better when I was in love. My world inside had sunshine and flowers everywhere. I had deep belief in everyone. My feelings bold and bare. If I'm honest, I always wanted to get back the gifts I'd shared. I know myself much better now. I don't think that I care. to see those things. Now I love them too. I thought love was a frequency, humming somewhere on the light, an ever-present signal we can all tune in at night. Maybe now I see the world was just always was. I liked it better when I was in love. The sky is filled with honey at the closing of the day, but the beauty we had tasted just reminds me now. Your way, why might I turn my eye to mine? The silent moon above, I liked it better when I was in love. Being in love is a choice. Everything you do is a choice. Don't let anyone tell you different. You choose anything you want.
Like Pokemon.
Terms of choices.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm through with pooping. I'm through with sitting on the gun. I'm through with using all that paper and the roll I hung it on. I'm through with heading off to the bathroom once or twice every day. I'm through with using all of my time up this way. Tomorrow morning I'll be ready to go to work in record time. I'll sail ahead of the rush hour traffic and spend my day at the head of the line. You will find me in a public stall, pants down past my knees. I'll be somewhere else next time you're there. Cause I'm through with pooping. I'm through with skipping off to the loo. I'm through with once or twice every day. I'm through with using all of my time up this way. Excuses about what you have to do. You can tell me all the reasons why my dreams may not come true. But next time you're crouched on your cold white brick, it's not where you want to be. You can tuck in, walk out, and remember me. Cause I'm through with pooping. I'm through with heading off to the head. If you can free your mind and your ass some time, you can follow my way instead. I'm through with heading off to the bathroom once or twice every day. I'm through with losing all of my time up this way. Thank you guys. Choice is yours. Choose anything you want. Let's see, we get, I think Penny Noel, is that true? Yeah. All right, we're gonna switch around personnel just a little bit. I'm gonna introduce everybody. We got Dan Velasquez over there on the guitar. Dan Keller just switched out from keyboards and guitar over here to the kid on drums. And a drummer, Jackson Ovation, picking up acoustic guitar for the song. Got Julie Spite on bass. And I'm Theo, and we are August Minotaur. Glad Glad to have you guys. Glad to be here playing for you. Got a little Americana tune for you now. I'm gonna take one second. Close enough for the application.
Actually, that's gonna bug me. Hang on.
All right.
It worked before.
Oh, I'm gonna tune up. I'm gonna tune up as well.
In 6.
Dan, are you in tune? Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, a little sharp. Cranking the nut on the top. What's that? We got a fifth Beatle now.
And now you can play it down a lot. Right there. Perfect. Is this a little too... That's a lot of gain.
Yeah. It's very fuzzy acoustic guitar. There we go. Good? You guys good?
I don't know. I can't perceive it. I don't know if it's happening.
It's weird. Now I don't hear it very well.
I don't know why. It's like weird.
Yeah, I'm mostly hearing it from you.
We'll just move.
Alright.
It could be.
Oh, it's there.
Okay, I can hear you. Alright.
You guys ready?
Yeah, we're good. Throw me a penny in the well. Pass it in with wishes like a once-in magic spell. Close your eyes, I've got some wishes to fulfill. Throw me a penny in the well. One little penny might be what it takes. Throw 2 pennies in because I like the sounds you make. 3 pennies splashing from your head to my heart. Pouring on the finish what you start. Your wishing leads me to confess when I'm taking in your sweetly scented summer dress. Some kind of magic turns my interest to an ache. I'll grant any wish you choose to make. Throw me a penny in the well. Pass it in with wishes like a once-in magic spell. This heart of mine might have some wishes to fulfill. Throw me a penny in the well. Friends, I guess what wishing that you do might not be a magic word that makes the world brand new. But if you wish right, I could call you when you're blue. When you're doing nothing, I'll do nothing with you too. Throw me a penny in the well. Pass it in with wishes like a once-in magic spell. Never know what inspiration wishing may instill. Throw me a penny in the well. Thank you, guys. Just a cute little one. All right, we got one more song for you guys. And I was here doing Moveable Beast, not here, but I did Moveable Beast about a year ago.
Solar Culture,
No, it was at Spark Collective.
Art Collective,
Yeah.
yeah, that was not our best. So thank you.
I mean, I thought it was great. Lou read, you know. We had a lot of good readers, and so I didn't have a band yet then, but I read a couple of poems, and so one of the ones that I read is this song. Now it's a song. All right, let's see. You all set?
What's the next one?
Oh, Children of God.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm set.
All right.
All right.
Very good. God was on a mountaintop, a weight upon his chest, thinking through the second coming, what would make it work the best. Sending just one Jesus down began to seem so odd. It's hard to be a person waging solitary wars. So what if Jesus came as many, like the insects, vermin, spores? Maybe people in the millions could be the children of God. The next day God remembered, while putting on his pants, he'd sent his favorite son from heaven. The ungrateful had their chance. They consumed his blood and body and called him a fraud. The thugs heard Jesus' sermons and brought him to his knees. God had done his best to reason that they think Jesus grew on trees. First they settle it forever. No more children of God. Children of God, heaven's children have a hunger to fight. Children of God, all creation is a sacrifice. Ooh, children of God. God thought about the violence and started into brood. Transcendence turned to vengeance, he begat the darker mood. He had made them in his image. How could they be so flawed? Jesus angered his assailants, so they killed him in cold blood. God just couldn't see his likeness. Should he send another flood? He was always starting over with his children of God. Sacrificial wine was flowing in the evening's fading rays. He drank in all their bloodshed as seminal praise. What's the point of all creation if not to see it beyond? He struck the garden for an apple. He smote a tower on a whim. Perhaps those who struck at Jesus were a little bit like him. Was there always loving kindness within the children of God? Children of God, heaven's children have a hunger to fight. Children of God, blood is flowing in the river of life. Children of God. When there's violence you can justify, you get behind it and find that it moves you. Do you dream of the opportunity to be seen as a good guy with a gun? Between the rage that you feed and the praise that you need, you really believe in your capacity for mercy and for rising above. Cain couldn't complain, God hadn't been fairer. Rewarded sevenfold in a clerical error. He kept spreading his seed across the kingdom of Nod. People don't remember clearly. God forbid, they think they're children of Abel. Abel had no kids. Whatever you find soothing, little children of God. God so loved his children sins. To praise him by the masses, they'd need to multiply and win. Like the germs and boring beetles, they would be a mighty squad. If we're all divine creation, it really isn't strange. Using vengeance when we're angry, we never need to change. We're everywhere. We're winning. We're the children of God. Children of God, heaven's children have a hunger to fight. Children of God, all creation is a sacrifice. Ooh, children of God. Children of God, heaven's children have a hunger to fight. Children of God, blood is flowing in the river of life. Ooh, children of God. Ooh, children of God. Children of God. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for having us. Thanks to Game Archive and the Moveable Beast.
Things like that. Writing is hard. The other thing I wrote you earlier, I think, was a real poem. This one is kind of a crappy poem, but it's a great political statement, so I'm going to do it as that, even though it has the word cloudy in it. It's called the May the We, I, We, Us, US. Actually, it's called Information Incantation, spelled for the US. May the I, We, Us, US defeat haze, rapture clarity. Bring out these scales, anger, substack, tears, pins, agitprop and antiprop, third sight, rage, red, deep fakes, cataracts, twitch, face, bot speak, mirrored cyros, and alternate facts. Pluck out the security cameras, the impact projectiles, the riot guns and the beanbags, the tear and the pepper, the flashbangs, the dazzlers, the net and the stun. Drive out the danger kings and the dump trucks, the Perry Polos and their trad wives, the lying Teds, Mr. Magoo, Ditchy Devo, Loyalist, the X Factor, and Sloppy Steve. Unseat the Secretary of War, the Secretary of the War on the Woke, Senator Hypocrite, the Department of Darkness, the Director of Bad Medicine, the National Security Sidekick, the Ice Party, the Shady Vans, the Mad Dogs, and the Moonbeams. May the I, We, Us, US embrace democracy, free speech, liberty, civility, our neighbors and enemies, the thems and the theys, the outers, the sleep sleepers, and the food stamp eaters. Be devoted to clarity and compassion to children and their teachers, to the convenience store clerk and the beggar outside, the helpless, the anxious, the jobless, and insane. See in the mirror the lost, the lowest, the least, the bottom barrel, the not on the ladder, the ungrateful, the undeserving, the addicted, their poor choices and bad decisions, the terrible lovers and mothers and children. May I, we, us, the US, know that the other is just another. I is we, is us, is US. The first thing was a poem, and this one, I don't know. I want to throw it into the Excel spreadsheet and just, yeah. Anyways, I'll talk about that another time. Our next person is David, who's making poetry. Or doing poetry.
Thank you. So this is from a manuscript I've been working on for a while. It's called, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good, okay, good. It's called Ebbles, and it's this sort of study of my mind. I just sort of pay attention to it as it does weird things. So here we go. Submerged, scratching for seedlings, a germ to hear, your eyes an uncoded path, hand in each other's along unseen tines, outer pot holds dancing. Turnt and ras tilted, this lock then clutch slipping, as moment gives way to moment, wrinkles in stone and many stones accumulation, precious lies give way to flies this evening. Sharply frail, glass falls into time and gone, dove wades in low spaces as twins peck fallen seeds from ground, the coos to cool, settled down and unseated weft to wrinkle, frisson as dotted hedge. Click wrist, a keen pressure and dip, salve as. Leafy clusters by red bone, rungs steeped under the bite. A twinge, discreet ray intrudes to trill. Bleached arc and crosshatch wire, heart cushioned as reciprocal pebble settles. Trioptic and yellow furl, a wandering sigh, wagged and slid in root. Spray to pools, infold gathering what's minor into damp piles. Lay and call and fiery jack, memories abstract and bungled. Titrating joke, elastic and coarse. If only they could still be children. Beans in many rows swallow and kneeling and knelt beside hammered touch. This is, in stamped edge and many ended hymns. Leaves steeped in sound and lives sung and those loved, and beautifully inept dances. Moss root harps in evening web and quivers alongside a blue jean caravan. Toss me in the open air. Nitrolune cries hey, steady and asymmetric. Airy blast toppled, a jiggle from high clouds, recollection of fog rolling in and then burning off, and an unalone heart. In gold, small sheen, cradling the nun, summer vowed, leaf vowed, root held, many carnations tidally tumbling peaceward. Drawn pale aside, dock next to tilted shale, posters down slidden, pulse small and uneven. Filament rinsed, the turn away, lost amid tinsel choosings. Fear love chrome dipped, a heart's furtive beating, roadrunner, protector, its absent body agape. Too blue, the heartbird cageless, time's double-sided, zipping essence, tweak between seed and shadow, fall, fostered hollow, sigh sticky. Here now, feather perched and starward, circle round this bloom, we all fall down. You spoke vacuum and tragedy's joking jollity. Your nearness everything, your company always a pace away. Amending, self-willed through, band the poetry round, we all fall down. Evening wondering, tired certainties please me, if only. Please, you seem a minor god, earth forgotten, but I think of you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was pretty awesome, David. Our next reader is going to be Tymn Waters, who was a featured reading either last month or the month before, because I don't understand time. And it was just this wonderful thing about his evolution from being a punk artist to being a poet. Anyways, it was awesome. So Tim, please join us.
Thank you. I'm Tymn Waters, and I'm going to read some poems out of here. These are 70s, 80s, 90s about, and this is book 3 from last couple of years. Then I have something new. So again, I'm gonna take a journey from the older styles through to now, but there's a little lineage that goes all the way through it today, and you might be able to pick up on it. So this first one is from the book called Remnants of a Partial Mind. It's called When It Is Your Turn. Friend, come down from that ledge. You're afraid of heights. You know the bets you hedge are not in this crowd tonight. We will leave you now, so cool heads prevail. You are clouding your judgment with your homemade veil. There is more to you, still untapped, still inside. You have not found a way to let it come alive. Push yourself to that limit. Do not limit yourself from pushing. You have more to offer than you realize. It is there before you, in disguise. Grandstanding, there's an easier way to stop your heart today. Man still looking for the light, calling you to seek out the light. It is something you have not realized. It is there before you in disguise. You cannot picture it because you visualize from memory, and this has yet to be seen. Drawing only from what you know and where you have been. This one's called No Wind. Anybody who's ever sailed and been in irons every once in a while, this kind of has a metaphor to that. We've all met them, by the score. Pompous beasts, holding court. When they speak, know the lingo, host the chatter, hold themselves in high esteem. The rest of us don't matter. But under the weight of truth, they get pinned. It's when we find out they're all sail, no wind. They offer their opinion when we need some lifting. Transparency through one-way glass. The pompous beast can kiss my ass for something more, but under the weight of truth, they get pinned. It's when we find out they're all sail, no wind. So this is something I did fairly recently, as recent as 2 days ago. So this is fairly new. It's called Crossing a Line. Problems are just opportunities you haven't yet solved. And the best way to hide the truth is to wrap it in lies. The time of burning bras and burning rubber, streetlights told the time. Cups and chain link fences told the number of days on strike. About the time government lies were issued without care. Social media meant socializing. Now no one is there. A screwdriver down the carburetor, try it again. Dry gas, try it again. Cars were built for transportation. We used them to get around. The regulation adopted computer parts, no longer built as sound. Problems are just opportunities we haven't figured out yet. The best way to hide the truth is to wrap it in lies. We let the blind man in to treat the windows. What do you need? It lets the light in. It doesn't need glass. It lets the breezes in. It doesn't need glass. It lets the cold in. Well, then you need a wall. I wanted to join in. I love your celebration. But as I did, they yelled cultural appropriation. Damn, that's not what I was going for. Not even crossed my mind. But I sit on the sidelines due to one person drawing the line. Problems are just opportunities you haven't yet solved. The best way to hide the truth is to wrap it in lies. Thank you.
Okay, before our final open mic darling, who I think is one of the best poets in Tucson, reads for us, I just wanted to talk to Veronica for a little bit. And actually, one of the nice things about being in charge of things is that I get to sit there and have the cross-mind experience. So I'm like, oh, August Minotaur reminds me a little of the Velvet Underground. And I'm like, oh, Veronica wrote a song about a mirror. So I'm just going to sing to you a little bit. It's a Velvet Underground song called I'll Be Your Mirror, because I don't, you know, the killing yourself thing is okay, but I still want everyone to see how beautiful they are. So I don't sing, so you're going to have to bear with me. Okay. I'll be your mirror, reflect what you are. In case you don't know, I'll be the wind, the rain and the sunlight, the light on your door, to know you are home. When you think the light has hit your eyes, that inside you're faithful and all blind, let me try to show that you are wise. Please put out your hand, 'cause I see you. I find it hard to believe you don't know the beauty you are. But if you don't, let me be your mirror, your light in your darkness, so you won't be afraid. When you see that light is in your mind, that inside you're faithless and unkind, let me here to show that you were blind. Please put down your hands, 'cause I see you. I'll be your mirror, I'll be your mirror. Now we have some Ev.
Hello, my name is Ev. Does everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Interviolet, the exposition for the ultraviolet essence surrounding static. I am seconds, fathoms, measured in adorned exposure, my retinal phantoms quarreling for Rasa's first brushstroke. It is of choice veneer that the aegis of my skin-bound tether be a stream of inscription haze, summoning gaseous poetic flux. I emerged as an elusive backspace, drifting on distant ancestries, possessing blistered iconoclasms, many chasmodal spirits dithering post-mortal enigmatics with black translucencies, molten star serums dripping extemporaneously sanctioned globules of mirror fluid in isochronic segments of diaphragm pulse. Over amygdalic topographies, across eschatonic ley lines inside hues of ibis cantos, particles of cogito summations and conjured focal filaments hopscotching across surface akin to cosmic sidewalk cracks. Rushing to rendezvous at an oblique coronary mirror, transfixing our aortic quarries, amassing Empyrean static, speaking in syncretisms and isomorphic matrices, augmenting this dimension, digressions pursuing driftwood. As epiphytes of endless contremure integrate the void's devotion, promulgate mirage resonances to radii scatter. Zeroth acuity surging across oniric artifice, transponding my ulterior quotations. This one is called Mystagogue. Nectared fury became ambrosia modulation, epenthesis to nebulaic impulse. Knackered viscosity still drips across mandibles like Yamaloka prognosis. Extreme catabatic tendencies manuscribing thanatonic stalactites underneath Mercury reverence. The discrete vespers scribbling apparitions of chiasma, creating circadian didactics, semitating mantles of endogenous superstition over a chthonic veritas, a serif modus, a severe essence dusting the psychopomp's ashtray arcology, closing vulture allegory immured by Anunnaki ephemera and concentrations of secreted gravity cognition. Thank you.
And that concludes Moveable Beast, except for the part where I talk for 2 minutes. I'm going to do that. And it's really, thank you all for doing your things.